Okay, so we got our bad guys so that we can shoot them and destroy them. Whoops. There we go. They had 3 HP. It goes down every time they get hit. Right here, it checks to see if it's 0. It'll go away if it is. Otherwise, it gets hit for a second and then becomes unfrozen. And we had a variable isn't shock that helps us make it so it couldn't shoot anymore. The wait was enough to stop this script from running its loop, but this was a separate loop, and it would keep running even when this one had a wait in it. So they would still shoot. So with this variable, we can in this one shut this one off and turn it back on by setting this true or false. We're going to do that same thing for our player. He's going to be able to shoot and move around in his script. That's his move around. That's his shoot. It's in a different sprite. We're going to use a variable to turn this on and off so he can't shoot sometimes. So let's make a variable called canShoot. And at the beginning, we'll set canShoot to true. We'll do that in his scripts. But he can only shoot, let's say, when you press space, if canShoot is true. So if this is true, you can shoot. You can do what's inside. Otherwise, you can't. This has to be true. So let's go back now to his script, and let's make it so that if he gets hit, either by touching one of these guys or touching one of their clones, which is a laser, he can't move for a second or shoot. Now, because the lasers are clones of these guys that run on a different costume, they have the same sprite name. They're all the sprite baddie, even the lasers. So for this one, in the controls, we could say it can move, but if touching the baddie, we'll say canShoot is false. So now you can't shoot for a second because you got hit. We'll wait for a second, and then we'll say that you can shoot. So we'll set it back to true. So for a time, you can't shoot if you touch the laser or the bad guy. And you won't be able to move because this wait block will be stuck on you. The only thing we'll have to change now is to make him change colors so that the player knows this is happening. So I'm going to go back to looks, set color effect to 0 at the end, but if he gets hit, it should not be 0, it should be something else. We'll say 25. So he'll change colors for a second and then go back when he can shoot again. So let's try that. So I got hit, I can't move. Maybe we'll let him move, because otherwise he'll just keep getting hit. But if I shoot them, they can't shoot or hit back. I can destroy them. They can hit me. Oh, that's good, whatever. If you want him to still be able to move, you just can't have the wait block in here. So just put this in its own separate forever loop. So I'm going to do this, I guess, and not put it in with the controls. I'm going to get the controls out of here. And so this is now in its own loop. And then the wait won't make him the controls can keep going even though this one stops with the weight. So let's try that. So I can't shoot, but I can still move when I get hit. So I can get out of the way. Anyway, that's our basic space shooter game. I guess in the very last video, we'll just make the art look a little nicer and make the score go up when you kill guys and make the game end when you survive all 20. And it'll tell you your score at the end. So we'll do that next.